Griffin Journalism Teaching Studio at the University of Illinois campus. This is your UI7 Newsbreak.
Good morning, I'm James Boyd.
And I'm Matthew Eaglin.
Crews and volunteers continue to look for a missing Kansas City woman who was last seen in September. The search has turned up 2 other bodies, but still not that of Jessica Runyon.
Search crews have been looking for 21-year-old Jessica Runyon every weekend since September. Though Jessica remains missing, their search has turned up 2 other bodies in the last week. Last Saturday, Jessica's father found Brandon Herring's decomposing body in a creek in the Kansas City woods. Brandon had been missing since November. Jessica's mother, Jamie, says though it's not the result they were hoping for, she's glad they've brought closure to his family. The second body found has yet to be identified, but again, it wasn't Jessica's. Authorities have arrested 28-year-old Kaehler Yust for allegedly setting fire to Runyon's car. Witnesses say Jessica was last seen leaving a party with Yust. Her family reminds everyone to stay vigilant despite the circumstances and to keep hope alive.
A 79-year-old Minnesota woman was brutally beaten to death by her 2 handymen earlier this month. My young Key Gossel invited the men in for soup on a cold day of work. 46-year-old Kevin Reek and 21-year-old Richard Joles then allegedly beat Gossel and ransacked her home. This is not Reek's first run-in with the law. In 2007, he and 2 others beat and robbed an elderly couple in their Tennessee home. Both Reek and Joles are charged with multiple accounts of second-degree murder.
The streets of downtown Champaign were lined with enthusiastic volunteers and supporters who used their voices to raise awareness for See You at Home's one winter night. Volunteers weathered the cold all night to help bring attention to the homeless. The evening event was dedicated to collecting donations for Champaign's homeless. Supporters camped out in cardboard boxes overnight, with each box dweller committed to raising at least $1,000. Other supporters waved signs and helped advocate for the nonprofit's mission of educating the community about Champaign's homeless. After the night's event, See You at Home is $5,000 away from raising their goal of $200,000.
Police in South Carolina are one step closer to finding a robbery suspect thanks to a 7-year-old boy. Griffin Steele and his dad were on their way to Toys R Us when they decided to stop at a gas station. While Griffin's dad was putting air in the tires, the curious 7-year-old found a $20 bill on the ground. Griffin was in for an even bigger surprise when he went to throw away his Gatorade wrapper and discovered a large bag of money in the trash can. His dad then called the police, who confirmed that they were looking for a suspect in a bank robbery that had occurred earlier that day. Police believe the money, which was covered in red security dye, was the bank's stolen cash.
Saturday's Math Carnival was a showcase of interactive games and puzzles. Attendees proved that it's never too early to start engaging with math at the University of Illinois. The carnival was held Saturday afternoon in several rooms of the Altgeld Mathematics Building in Urbana. It featured stations with various puzzle games aimed toward kids in kindergarten through middle school. The purpose of the event was to celebrate scientific American writer Martin Gardner and his devotion to recreational mathematics. Organizers say they hope to make it an annual event after this year's success.
A high school student in Kansas is getting a lot of attention from all over the world after he turned a school locker into a soda vending machine. This is definitely not your ordinary locker. Blake Hawkins, a senior at Valley Center High, had an idea one day while walking down the hallway. He calls it the soda locker. For 75 cents, you can choose between 2 soda options. Within hours of telling his friends, he began selling 6 cans per passing period, and word spread to the entire school system. He's since had to shut it down because it violates 2 school rules, but he hasn't given up hope just yet. He has entered his locker into an idea contest and plans to one day own his own business.
Man, I wish that was my my high school experience, just being parched right now even. I wish we could go to the locker and just grab a drink.
Yeah, back then, no soda. Best thing we had was probably Gatorade, and even then I wasn't much of an athlete, so I didn't need that. I wanted the bad stuff.
Yeah, man.
So shout out to that kid, and props to him. For more UI7 stories, please follow us and like our page on Facebook.
Also, follow along with us on our YouTube page.
That is all we have for this edition of UI7 Newsbreak.
Thanks for watching. Have a great day.